your NDA, or exclusivity and confidentiality contract. This is such a huge topic, and it is so important that I felt like it had to be one of my first videos. So you have to protect your designs, and I'm here to talk about how you can do that and to help avoid any risks of your designs being copied. Stay tuned till the end as well, where I'll be sharing with you the NDA that I use for all my designers. If it's your first time watching, hi, my name is Kim and I am owner of Thai Design Distributors. We're a third generation family business that's been around since 1975, and I have a manufacturing plant in Thailand specializing in manufacturing high-end silver and gold jewelry. So let's just crack on to this. Your NDA, what is an NDA? It is your non-disclosure agreement, or what I like to call your exclusivity and confidentiality agreement. It is so important that you have one already in place. So whatever manufacturer that you work with, you need to have one signed and dated by them. And in my 18 years of experience working with designers, this is one of their biggest fears. When they're giving me any of their designs, whether it's sketches or CADs or masters and samples, they are so scared that, something's going to happen with the designs, and, if we're going to copy them or anything like that. I had one customer, I remember years ago, she came to see me at my London office, and she had her masters. She didn't have a good relationship with her previous suppliers. She was looking to move suppliers, and literally her hands were shaking when she gave me her molds and her masters, because she didn't know she was ever going to see them again. So if you are working with a manufacturer abroad, you have no idea what are they going to do with your designs, okay? And I can tell you that this happens. So it happens now. It's in history of manufacturing. You have a manufacturer that has loads and loads of customers, and you give them your designs. They can easily just tweak the design, or don't even tweak it. They just cast it and then they send it to another customer that they think would be interested in buying that design. And you have no idea that that's going on. And I understand it really is scary. There is one example that I want to quickly share with you. She came to me looking to find a new supplier, and she told me of her previous supplier. She went to an exhibition. It was a jewelry trade fair in Hong Kong, and she went there last minute. She didn't tell her manufacturer that she was going there, and it was last minute decision. So she went there, she's at the show, she goes to their stand, and they have their own in-house range that they're meant to be selling, and all her jewelry is displayed in their cabinet. And they are selling it as if it was their design. And she just obviously went berserk, and she was like, these are my designs, take them down. So what I'm saying is that there's not really that much that you can do, because you're not physically at the factory. But what you can do is just make sure when you're working with someone, when you're finalizing any designs, or even before you do all of that, make sure that there is an NDA signed and that you are protecting your design. So what your NDA has to say is that anything that supplier is producing for you remains confidential, that they are supplying it exclusively to you. So make sure that exclusive is in there, and I'll show that in my NDA that I'll show you at the end, that those designs are going to be produced exclusively for you, and that it is all confidential and it stays within the manufacturing plant. So one of the first things that I do, for example, is before any of my customers that we know that we're going to be working together, before they're even going to send me any designs, I make sure that there is an NDA in place. So I sign my name, I sign a signature and date, and I send that off to them, and then they sign it, and then they keep a copy and I keep a copy. It is purely, for the benefit of the customer, and it gives them peace of mind before they actually send me any physical prototypes or, CAD files or sketches. And one of the good things, with, let's say you are working with a supplier, a local supplier, one of the good things is that, that is in the same country. So there is a legally binding contract there. When you have an NDA signed with a manufacturer abroad, it depends on, if anything happens and you find out that they're copying your designs or anything, the cost of, your litigation cost and the all of the expense and time that you have to do with suing them. I mean, is it really going to happen? A lot of the times it doesn't. And so that's why if anything is going to happen and you don't have any idea, that's just kind of the way it is. But once you are starting your relationship with them, make it very clear at the very beginning that you are very protective over your designs and that you need to have an NDA signed. And hopefully to that manufacturer, they will realize that, okay, you know, this person is very on the ball with this, and, you know, I hope that there just wouldn't be any problems ongoing. Hopefully, if you do find a reliable and a trustworthy manufacturer, that shouldn't be a problem, and they should be more than understanding that that is what you expect. One thing I will point out is do not send them an NDA or a manufacturing contract that is really long and it is almost, you know, scary and, you know, feels like it will just take out all the rights of the manufacturer. I have one of my really good friends in the UK. She, her lawyer created a manufacturing contract to a glove manufacturer that she's working with abroad. And she was telling me about it. She said, you know, Kim, I've sent this big manufacturing contract to the supplier, and I've signed it and they haven't signed it. And I'm really worried because I do want to work with them, but they haven't signed it. And I said to her, okay, you know, how many pages, for example, is this contract? And she was saying, oh, it's about like, you know, 9, 10. And I just said, listen, if a designer came to me and they sent me a manufacturing contract that was 10 pages, I would think twice about signing it. At the end of the day, just remember, manufacturers have lots of customers. They're busy anyway. You know, if you want to work with them, just do a simple NDA, just highlighting the importance that your jewelry is going to produce exclusively for you and it's all confidential. That's all you really need to know, and their signature. And, you know, hopefully you should be fine. And I'll share with you my NDA. So it's right here, or it will be on a link below. So read that, print that. I'm happy for you to use it. Obviously, change the names, etc. And, you know, hopefully that will give you a good step towards, you know, developing a really trusting relationship with your supplier. I hope you found that helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Again, please subscribe to the channel and hit the alarm button so you know that you have full access to all my latest videos. I'll see you next time. Take care, bye.